What's up, Facebook Live? Nice to see you all. As you're tuning in, love to know, number one, where you're tuning in from. Number two, love to know three things you're grateful for out there in the digital universe this evening, morning, afternoon, wherever you're decided to tune in from. Jackie, nice to see you. Fernando, what's up? Bailey, Princess Bride, Pan V, Troy Olds, welcome back. Today's topic, we're on day number 68 of our 100-day personal performance and business growth challenge. And on day number 68, the topic is, what would you tell yourself? Now, this will make sense in just a few moments, but hold on one second. Got to fix that real quick. Hey, nice to see you, friends, family. Welcome back. Brooke, nice to see you. Welcome, welcome. So again, as you're tuning in, love to know, number one, where you're tuning in from. Number two, love to know three things you're grateful for, as always. And we'll dive right in. This one will be short and sweet, but hopefully potent and powerful at the same time. Cindy, luckily to hear you live again. Well, nice to see you, Cindy. Welcome back. Let's see. So day number 68 is, what would you say to yourself? Now, I want you to think real quick to a moment in life that where you are now would seemingly feel almost impossible at that point in time. Like if you were back then, you would look forward and go, man, I'm really nervous about trying to do this. I'm really kind of hesitant about trying to do this. I'm struggling with how I'm going to figure this out. Like, think back to a moment where it was a really big deal to get to where you are today. I was just talking to some amazing clients of mine, and for privacy reasons, I won't say who they are, but I was talking to them, and she, the lady of the couple was telling me at one point in her lifetime, making $300,000 a year was a huge deal in their world. And I said, that's amazing. And they just did 300,000 in their first quarter of this year in Q1. And I said, here's a crazy thought. If you were to go back to that version of you who was nervous, who was tense, who was scared, who was trying to figure it out, but not sure if it's going to work. If you were to go back to that version of you back then, so many years ago, and you were to kind of whisper something in your own ear, what would you say to yourself now that you have the experience of knowing it's going to work, it's going to be better than you imagine, you're going to make in a quarter what you used to dream of making in a year? What would you tell yourself back then? What would you kind of whisper in your own ear if you could go back right now and tell that version of you back then? What would you say? And so this is the first part to start off with. Think of a moment in your life. Magda says, I would say just go for it. But think of something in your life that you were dreaming about, you were worried about, you were nervous about, you really wanted to do it, but you didn't know if it was going to work out. You were kind of going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. What would you go back and whisper in your own ear right now, knowing that it's going to work out, knowing how it's going to work out, knowing it's going to be better than you thought it was going to be? I see dream big. I see just go for it. What would you whisper in your own ear? Give you another example. I was working with another client of mine. He's transforming his health and fitness. And, one of the things we have him do is a 3-minute ice cold shower every single day. Now, I know deep down inside this man is a beast of a human being. He is a badass who kicks ass and takes names. Now, he wasn't acting like that version of himself, and we needed to bring that out of him. So we went to him, and I said, I need you to take a 3-minute ice cold shower every day, no matter what, like clockwork. Now, he called me on the first day screaming, I can't do it. It's too hard. It's too cold. I can't do it. I can't do it. I told him, get your ass in the shower. So he put me on the speakerphone, and he got in the shower, and I heard him go, oh, my God, it's too cold. And 2 minutes later, he jumped out. He's like, was that 3 minutes? Like, no, it wasn't 3 minutes. Get your ass back in the shower. And we have to start over now. So we got him to do the whole 3 minutes. He finally got out. He's like, I don't know if I could do it. That's too much. That's too hard. And the next day we called him, we got him to do it. And the next day, what was funny is by the third or fourth day, he's like, I think the water is getting warmer. I said, no, buddy, you're getting stronger. And he's like, no way, no way. Like compared to 3 days ago, I couldn't breathe in here. Now I've got this. Now he's like 27 days in. He's already lost 10 pounds. He's physically strong and vibrant. He's the badass version of himself again. And I said, hey, if you could go back and whisper in your own ear, that guy that was screaming, it's too cold, I can't take it, jumping out of the damn shower, if you could go whisper in your own ear, what would you tell that dude? And he said, I'd look him straight in the eye and say, get in there. It's going to change your damn life now. And I was like, wow. And I said, here's what's really crazy. If you think back, people are saying, just do it. Just go for it. You got this, girl. Trust in the Lord's timing. It's going to work out. Don't hesitate. Move forward. Go for it. I said, okay, this is something interesting. Stop being so scared. You got this. You hear all these thoughts. You see all these things popping up. Don't worry about people's judgments. Challenge yourself and challenge them. Beautiful. So you see all these thoughts and all these feelings come up. And I said, watch this. Think about something you're worried about in the future right now. Think of something you're hesitating on. Think of something you're excited about, but you're not sure if it's going to work out. Imagine the version of you that's 6 months, 12 months, 5 years in the future. What do you think they'd come back and whisper in your ear right now? What do you think the version of you, when it works out, would come back and say to you right now from 5 years in the future? What do you think you'd come back and tell yourself about the fears, the uncertainties, the worries? What do you think you'd come back and whisper in your own ear right now? Now, what's funny is when you change the timeline, Jeremy says, have faith in yourself. Cindy says, just do it. When you change the timeline and you go backwards and look at something that was so difficult at one point and what you'd go tell yourself now about that, considering that you've done it and it worked. And then all of a sudden you look into the future and go, wait a minute, what would that version of me come back and tell me now? And all of a sudden you realize it's probably the same thing you'd tell yourself back then, knowing that it worked, knowing that it's going to work out there. And sometimes you just got to take that thought and you got to whisper it in your own ear. And that's the concept of today. Day 68 of our 100-day personal performance and business growth challenge. What would you tell yourself? What would you tell yourself if you got to whisper in your past year and you got to come back from the future and whisper in your ear right now as if it was the past? Jackie says, don't be afraid to try. It wasn't as hard as you thought it was. You got this. Go kick ass and take names. You got this. So whatever it is, I'd ask you to whisper it in your own ear right now and get moving. Go make some magic happen. Go have some fun with this. So kick butt, have some fun. I will see you tomorrow for day number 69 of our 100-day personal performance and business growth challenge. See y'all later. Peace.